right. Take your seat.
All right, let's go. All right.
We are live, but I need to plug in the mics.
Okay, definitely do that.
4:34, we go live. What time is it?
I don't know.
4:35.
It's already on. We're already live.
Cool.
Hit the back button and you get it might be on.
Yeah, definitely for sure. There we go. All right.
Yeah. This ain't gonna work though.
Because the way the phone is.
Yeah, about that.
Because yeah, it's like here.
Yeah.
We need to turn it 90 degrees, my boy. Can we flip that a whole 90? Okay, let's flip that a whole 90.
Well, it shouldn't be like that. My
Wait,
phone's
is it
sideways.
right here?
Or my phone's sideways. It shouldn't be like that.
I have no idea. Well, maybe it's just like that on the screen.
Pull it up on your phone so you see what it looks like.
All right, I'm just picking up my phone.
We are.
All right, we're just doing vision and audio checks
we
here.
also are loading. Hello. See, it is sideways.
Yeah, it's sideways.
Oh, we're live, so it makes it like a short.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna have to turn their screen then.
Okay, so
No,
folks,
we're gonna have to turn it though.
You sure?
Try and turn the phone.
Okay.
Let's see what happens if we turn the phone.
It just turns?
I think so.
Let's try that.
All right, and then
Let's see if it
we're
catches all of
gonna
us.
wait for the feedback on the screen.
Yeah, I want to see if it catches all of us.
Now we just gotta wait for Cody to go up there and turn it, even though he's already sitting right here. So we're definitely lagging
It's
some.
like a 30 second
No, we have a
overlay.
delay. We have a delay.
Yeah, 30-second delay. It's a whoop.
Okay, yeah, that
Whoop
works.
there. All right. Whew. All right, this is it. Pilot episode of the Shed Podcast. Just Bill Duff and Cody Hawkins, Justin Tubes, Jimmy Flu Show. Let's get it popping here. SummerSlam 2024 is upon us. We're less than what? An hour and a half away here.
Yep.
There's a good lineup here. We've got a total of 7 matches. All of these matches are for titles, minus one, being that with the grudge match between McIntyre and Punk, with Rollins as the special guest referee. It's going to be an interesting evening, to say the least. So for everybody coming in, welcome to the Shed Podcast. Thank y'all for joining us. It's been a month in the making. Justin here pitched up the idea with Jimmy, and they brought it to me, and I was like, yes, let's do this damn thing. Look, like, I'm excited for this. This is the first podcast that I get to do with these guys here, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun moving into the future, and I look forward to more episodes like this, more pay-per-views, more pre-shows, more post-shows, things like that. And with you, the viewers and listeners that are listening and watching this podcast, I hope y'all are entertained with it, and it means a lot to us. So, Justin, how we doing? Jimmy, what's happening?
It's Louisiana and it's hot.
Yeah, it's hotter than hell up in here right now. And as you can tell, we are in a shed. Mic 1, mic 2, camera. Let's do this damn thing. Let's go ahead and just let's take it from the top. What are y'all opinions toward this pay-per-view? Like, what are y'all looking forward to seeing the most? Like, which match are y'all looking forward to seeing the most?
Jelly Roll.
Okay, well,
He's performing tonight.
Yeah, Jelly Roll is performing tonight. Big ups, Jelly Roll, representing the Big Boy Nation. Keep it strong, Jimmy. What you got, bro?
For me, it's simple. Cody Rhodes, Solo Sikoa, because we absolutely know there's going to be some tomfoolery going on with that
It's
match.
Bloodline rules. As of last night.
Yeah, Bloodline rules, of course.
Look, as of right now, Cody Rhodes is defeated in Bloodline rules. So, again, he's going to be maintained undefeated again. He's got this.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that'll
Okay,
be the last match we talk about.
so, but like, real talk though, like, do you have a match that you're looking forward to watching besides, like, he's got Cody and Sikoa for the Undisputed
Come
World
on now,
title.
stop thinking. Everybody knows, and you know damn good and well, it's
No.
Logan Paul.
No, Logan Paul. We're gonna talk about that when we get there, but CM Punk. That's the biggest
Punk and
hype
Drew.
of the whole.
You see, I mean, look, I'm wearing the best in the world Punk shirt from 10 years ago.
And I'm sweating.
10 years from the day that he walked WWE with all that brouhaha and
CM
all
Punk
that
is
other.
so overrated
He
and
is.
overhyped. He is a that only became a main eventer simply because of the freaking that bomb that he dropped on the
And
stage.
Logan
Well, it's
Paul's
because
better.
he had enough balls to do it.
And
Everybody knows that was
and
stage.
Logan
Come
Paul's
on now,
better.
let's be honest.
Logan Paul's better.
Yeah, but Punk can cut a better promo. No, I mean, Logan Paul, hey, Triple H said it himself. He has no business being that damn good for as little time as he's had in the business so far.
Yep.
Like, he is ungodly, great, awesome, athletic, strong, built for this.
Yep.
Okay?
Look, as much as I don't like Logan Paul being in the business, I will give the man prop for prop is due.
He got
he's
formally
doing good
trained.
work. He's doing phenomenal work.
He was formally trained, and he was trained by some of the best professionals in the company.
Yep.
You know, and for people who are affiliated with the WWE.
If Logan Paul continues down the path he's going, if he decides to go ahead and cut all the bullshit and actually focus on WWE, I give him 5 years minimum, and he'll be a champion. He'll be a world champion.
He was supposed to be the world champion if he wouldn't have got injured.
I mean, he did face Roman Reigns, and he showed up and showed out.
Yep.
And then he blew out his knee, didn't he? Like he blew out a cup, like blew his knee out trying to go against Roman.
Yep.
Even though he was taking moves from other famous wrestlers, you know, like when he did that buckshot lariat, I was like, yo, okay, he's got that. Big props. But my match, personally, I'm gonna go against the grain with both of you guys. I'm gonna go with the Women's World Championship.
That's going to be a good one.
Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan.
Yep.
That's going to be a good one. So let's go ahead and we'll take it from the top. We'll start off with that. The Women's World Championship, returning Rhea Ripley against Liv Morgan, who's the champ. You know, take into consideration both of these women have faced serious injuries, and they've brought them upon each other. Because Rhea took out Liv. She had a shoulder issue. Liv came back, took out Rhea, messed her shoulder up. She had surgery. And now Rhea's back, and now shit has hit the fan, people.
And Dirty Dom is in the middle.
Yeah, Dirty Dom is in the middle. This is going to turn into another custody battle match.
Look,
Eventually,
they had the custody battle match at SummerSlam with
Rey
Dominic
Mysterio.
Mysterio, with Eddie versus
Rey
Rey.
Mysterio.
So let's go ahead and have this again.
Yep.
Look, in the middle of the match, let's get Dom in the middle. Let's throw a ladder. Let's go ahead and put a little hook up there and put
Like,
it right
when's
there.
the last time you seen somebody suspended in a cage outside the ring, and whoever wins releases that person? You know, kind of like let's not think back too far back into the Vince Russo days of WCW, but some of that went over. Some of it got over.
Yep.
Some of it didn't. But be that as it may,
I mean,
you
then
know,
we can also talk about whenever we had Enzo Amore inside the show.
yeah, I mean, and then like I said, with their injuries and their respective returns, now this build up over the last month since Rhea's
But
been back.
Here's the thing, though, Cody. You over here talking about Liv. You're over here talking about Rhea. We're over here talking about Dom. We're not including the factor of the Judgment Day. We're not including how Liv has skinnied her way in while Rhea was gone, and how we could potentially be looking at a separate Judgment Day where you could have potentially Finn Balor and Dominic and JD with Liv Morgan turning on Rhea. That is a possibility because Rhea
and at the same time, then there's also still the chance that Dom will turn on Rhea and help Liv retain the Women's World Championship, which will turn Dominic into an even bigger heel and make Liv an even bigger heel, putting Rhea Ripley babyface.
You can't turn Dom more heel. I mean, Dom talks and you can't hear him because he is booed so
Yeah, exactly. And that's the point about it. The crowd understands that, hey, he sucks. Boo this guy. Liv is hot. We're still going to cheer her. We know she's a heel, but at the same time, Rhea Ripley is a heel, but people love her too. You know,
I know
so it's like hard face.
I know we're in the wrestling era. I know we're in that era where we're not like back in the Attitude era and women in their bodies. But let's be honest, a lot of guys, doesn't matter if you're a heel, doesn't matter if you're a babyface, you're gonna sit there and cheer for Rhea and also Liv Morgan because of how those women are.
Yep. Because like half the simps out there want them to sit on their faces regardless.
Unfortunately, that is. Sorry, folks. This is not a PG or a PG-13, not even a G podcast.
Like
so
NSFW, okay? Not
strap
safe
on
for
and
work.
be ready to roll.
All right, so like, how do you think this is going to end? Will Liv Morgan fulfill the duties from her promo she just spoke on about finishing the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour?
No, I think Rhea's going to take it.
Okay.
You know, this is the one match on the card where
You just don't know.
I'm driven. Yeah. I'm smack dab in the middle because I can
it's
see
a toss-up, right?
I can see it going towards Rhea because Rhea had that dominant year reign at WrestleMania until she got injured and she lost that title. Then we have Liv Morgan, who is now being pushed so hard to the point where the crowd's now behind her, where she can even retain the title. But then you have the factors of the Judgment Day. This can go so many ways. In all honesty, I don't have an answer for that. I don't.
Yeah, I agree. Because see, look, with my experience in professional wrestling and the things that I've seen, and I've talked to former WWE pros, former WCW legends, things like that. I've shared rings with guys like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, One Man Gang. I was in the Final Four with Pro Wrestling 225. I think it was like Super Bowl Rumble 3 or 4. Robbie E was in that Final Four, and I was in there with him. And having that kind of information from former WWE superstars, former ECW guys like the franchise Shane Douglas, I sat and had a chat with him backstage a couple of times. I got polished up a good bit by former ECW and WWE superstar Rodney Mack and Jazz. They've helped me learn some things about whenever it comes to story development. If you have one outcome, you better have 10 different ways for that one outcome to happen. Well, you better have 10 different outlets for it to reach the same ending.
Well, before we get to the next one, I need to go ahead and take a sip out of my customized Summerslam cup from Ashley Toops, Little E Creations.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys can go ahead and check her link in the bottom and hit her up. She can go ahead and hook you guys up. She makes phenomenal cups, not just wrestling cups. You give her the design, she can make them. I have 4 kids at home. They always sit there and lose their sippy cups. They throw them around. They break them.
Wow, look at the bottom.
She made 4 cups for my kids. They haven't lost them yet.
Matthew Turner says I would let her sit on my face. Well, which one? Because there's
both.
2 here. Well, both, yeah. I mean, they'd have to take turns, but be that as it may. Okay, next match.
What we got?
The Intercontinental Championship.
I think Braun Breaker's fine.
There's no need to go further. We can easily go and skip to the next one. Braun Breaker's gonna completely destroy Sami Zayn, and he's done. He's done. Let's just.
They're not gonna.
Yeah, because I mean, look at the past they've had already. Now, Sami has gone through hell and back to get the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania.
Yep. He's not going to survive this time.
He beat Gunther. He pulled out a move that he was doing.
Gunther. He didn't beat him. He survived.
Well, he did survive him, but I will tell you this: he pulled out a move that he used to do in his indie days as El Generico. That brain buster off the turnbuckle. Yeah. That was nuts. Okay, one of the sickest moves that he's ever pulled in his career. Back in the indie days, that was a dime a dozen time you would see that. But in the WWE,
later,
there's certain moves in the WWE that you can't do because of the safety factor. Because you're trying to, okay, look, it's a work, it's entertainment. Yeah, you have to, no matter how much you want to beat the hell out of your opponent, you also got to keep their career from getting cut short. Yeah. And sometimes that's not all that easy to do. But I've been there, I've done that. But his match with Braun Breaker, you've seen the history between them two already.
I think we're going to have a lot.
Oh,
hey, Justin.
Sami also survived. You have a point. Just like he survived Gunther, he survived Braun Breaker. Yeah. That boy is a once-in-a-lifetime superstar.
The speed of Braun Breaker.
The intensity, the speed. He's got great attitude. He's got great ring presence. Yep. He's got a great face
and
to
how many
sell.
times is this?
Shout out to Scott Steiner. Shout out to his daddy also. Shout out to the Steiner brother.
Rick Steiner is his daddy.
How many times is
Rick Steiner's his daddy. How many times?
Uncle.
It's like the 3rd match, right?
For what?
No, second.
IC title.
Yeah.
IC title.
For Braun. I think this is the 3rd
For Braun, this is Braun's 2nd. Braun sat there, had it against Money in the Bank where he didn't was able to.
Right.
Now he's going again. Sami Zayn got lucky in that
But he also had the triple threat match, too.
He did have that one. You are right.
So it's 3.
Because in order for Braun Breaker to qualify,
what's up, dude?
He
third time's a charm.
He put freaking Ilya Dragunov through hell.
He did.
Beat that dude within an inch of his life almost.
We're going to go a little off topic from the paper.
You've seen that damage that he can
Ilya Dragunov, this man, I've seen him in NXT. I've seen his indie circuits. This man, he is so good. And whenever it comes to performance, this man sells so good, his hair sells for him.
Right, yes. Oh, dude, or his pale skin. I mean, look, whenever he worked Gunther in NXT UK, they beat the living shit out of each other.
If the rumors are true, can we please, Triple H, Daddy H, if you are hearing this, if you're watching this, if it is really true, if we get WrestleMania in London, can you please do Gunther versus Ilya Dragunov in London at Wembley Stadium? Because it will go insane.
Yeah, because I mean, like this coming up Mania is going to be in Vegas, so it would have to be the following.
Roll the dice out in Vegas.
Well, you got Vegas and then Indianapolis, so it'd have to be the Mania after Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Shout out to Matt McAfee out there.
All right, so next match on the agenda here is the World Heavyweight Championship with the champion Damian Priest versus Gunther. Speaking of Gunther, we're going to go straight to that.
Do we see Lesnar return for this match with Braun Breaker?
No.
No. I wouldn't even bother putting Lesnar in with Breaker because both of those guys are just absolute freaking Mack trucks.
I don't think Lesnar's coming back.
I think Lesnar's going to come back eventually, but it's in just due time. I think Lesnar is more around the main event scene simply because of what the Bloodline did to Paul Heyman and the connection that Paul has with Braun.
So would you say it would be between Survivor Series and Mania?
Yeah. I could see something like that.
In between that. So that's the big three right there.
Yeah.
Three of the big four. Because you've got one of the big four we're watching tonight with SummerSlam.
I can see Brock coming in as a Royal Rumble surprise entrant.
Could be Royal Rumble, either that or he comes in as a surprise entrant for War Games.
No, not for War Games, no. I mean, War Games is going to be set up perfectly.
It's about to pour down.
The Thunder's bad, y'all.
Folks, welcome to Louisiana where it rains for 5 minutes and stops.
Look, Justin, go and cut the grass real quick.
You better go cut it before it turns to a forest.
So going back to Priest and Gunther.
So
I don't see Gunther winning this.
Priest took advantage of this opportunity by cashing in his Money in the Bank contract at WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
To take this opportunity from Drew McIntyre to become the new World's Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins, it sucks that he was part of this situation. You know?
Seth's in the middle, big time.
Look, here's the thing, is whenever it comes to the Damian Priest-Gunther situation, I mean, I was headstrong, and there was no question asked that Gunther was going to win the title. I mean, because you got Bash at Berlin coming up. That's the next pay-per-view. Yeah. So in my mind,
for him to be world champion and defend the title in his home,
exactly. That's where my mindset was.
He's from Austria, not Germany.
But still. But here's the situation.
They're kind of next door.
Over the past couple of weeks, my mind has certainly shifted because whenever Damian Priest first got the title, I mean, no disrespect towards Priest, I'm not the man in the ring. I'm not a professional at it. But his mic skills, his promo skills, his work was not doing too well. And over the past couple of weeks, Gunther has pushed him to a point with his promos where now I'm believing that Damian Priest might actually get this win. Yeah. Where now I'm torn in between the two. You know what I prefer, though? Let's just be honest. I understand. SummerSlam, SummerSlam is one of the top. Right. But let's not give Gunther the title at SummerSlam. Yeah, no. Let's give Gunther that big event over there at Berlin at the Bash. Let him win at Berlin at the Bash. Let it be a Rocky moment. Let it be the home
like
crowd.
That Rocky 5 situation, you know? Like
because look at Drew.
Yeah, I mean,
Drew got screwed in his own town.
So I'm so bad for Drew.
Now, Damian Priest has come a long way. I don't know if anybody knows this, but Damian Priest has a 20-year career.
Yeah,
that man is
just finished watching the
41 years old.
Yeah.
Everybody
and busting his chops ever since the beginning.
We're not paid to promote these kind of things. I'm just saying I haven't watched it yet. If you guys are Damian Priest fans, they did just release a Damian Priest documentary on Peacock for WWE 24/7.
Right.
Go check it out. I've watched clips here and there, and trust me, it's something you're going to want to watch.
Oh, for sure.
We'll watch it later.
Now, with this match, so you're looking at Gunther?
No, I'm looking at.
Or you're looking at Priest retaining?
Yeah, I don't
you're looking at Gunther trying to take it away, or
I'm looking at Gunther trying to take it, but I want him to win it at
I think the Judgment Day is going to have something to say about it.
Judgment Day always has something, but I think. Here's the thing, though. Here's something I didn't think about until just now. But here's the Finn.
Yes.
Finn.
But here's the thing: is that whenever you see this and you think about Judgment Day, Priest has been so on the edge with with Judgment Day interfering. He wants to prove he's the man. He can do this by himself. And you see Finn lately with his looks and he's been having against Damian Priest. There's something building right there. There's something developing where Priest has this mindset if he is in charge of Judgment Day, whenever there's really not supposed to be no leader, but let's just be honest.
Rhea Ripley is the leader,
Mommy is the leader, let's be honest.
Mommy's back. She's back on top here.
So she can be on top. Let's just be honest. Honey, my wife, I love you, sweetheart. I didn't mean it. You're the only woman for me. But yeah, I can kind of see something like that. I can see some Judgment Day where Judgment Day is not going to cost Gunther the title, but I see something happening where Finn might be involved that's going to make Damian Priest lose the title.
Yeah, my prediction on that is if Finn and McDonough come out, I think Priest is either going to yell at them to get the hell away and let him handle business, or if, let's say in the middle of the match, they bump the ref, and then comes McDonough.
There's always a ref
Finn.
Bump in a bloodline match or a Judgment Day match.
Well, anything with a major heel line going on, you're going to get a ref bump.
You see these ref bumps, and literally, I think my kid's taking harder hits and gotten back up. And you just see a ref get touched by a fingernail, and next to that ref is unconscious for 40 minutes.
Yep. And I've seen it before, too. And, but like I was saying, my push for this is the ref gets bumped, Finn and McDonough come out to try to cause some diversion.
There's going to be some.
Priest confronts them, says, no, I don't need your help. I got this. I need to prove it to myself. I don't need y'all help. Leave me alone. They're going to persist in trying to go at it. I say Priest pulls one of them and bam!
Yep. I can see, look, Judgment Day,
or shoves them or something. Next thing you know, look, Finn gets so heated. I say McDonough tries to hold him back from Priest. While in the process, here comes Gunther. Bam! Bam!
Look,
and hit like 3 freaking power bombs back to back.
I don't think they're going to go from having Roman hold the title for 4 years to having Damian hold it for not even a year.
Well, I mean, it's really on the draw.
But this is the Triple H era we're living in right now.
Yeah, so anything can happen.
That's something that I want, though. That's something that I honestly did not like in the whole entire Vince McMahon. Now, Roman Reigns, he made his legacy with the title. I get it. Seth Rollins, whenever he had it for a year, I understand. But here's the thing is, like, I grew up in the Attitude Era.
I did too.
Whenever we had those title changes where they were like every 6 months or every year, not where it's like 5-6 years, not the Hulk Hogan era, not that era where you holding the Bob Backlund
I don't think they're
era.
going to do that again.
But also, though, take it in with this weight and gold in the situation. Triple H and creative have basically perfected long-term storytelling.
Yeah.
Yes, that is
they
true.
Have perfected
that is true.
That's why I say Damian
long-term storytelling. If Damian Priest retains, there better be a big culmination.
There's going to have something.
Oh, there's going to be something big because it's like this. Seth Rollins held that title for how long?
Almost a year.
Okay.
A year.
He helped make that title. See,
he did.
In this situation, the man makes the title. The title doesn't always make the man. Because at this point, Seth made the World Heavyweight Championship what it was. Damian Priest is being made by the title, the exact opposite. Now, not to say that Damian Priest isn't a hell of a talent, because that dude's been busting ass for 20 years, 2 decades worth of experience from the Indies to Ring of Honor to the WWE.
But here's the question, though. What happens to Gunther if he loses? That's the real question. Because if you think about Gunther, since Gunther has been in the WWE from the NXT days, all that momentum, the titles he's held.
Right.
I mean, what is Gunther without a title?
Who's to say that Ludwig Kaiser might come back tonight and help Gunther?
Ooh, that's true.
Because, see, Ludwig Kaiser via Braun Breaker was injured. He had broken ribs. It's been a while since Ludwig Kaiser's been on national television.
I'm sorry for this one, but what was that? His partner's name?
Giovanni Vinci?
Yeah. Yes, Giovanni Vinci. He got kicked out.
Yeah, he got kicked out of Imperium.
So, he still has some resentment there. What if he comes back? Because we haven't seen him.
They say tonight's going to be surprising.
There's going to be a lot of surprises.
They said tonight's probably going to be better than WrestleMania.
Exactly. Because think about it. 2020, COVID era. Roman Reigns made his return at Summerslam.
We'll get to that later on.
They're saying
so those kind of surprises are there.
Seth Rollins even said it himself that this is probably going to be better than Mania.
Okay.
So my final point of this is, Judgment Day, they have been going strong. I kind of saw them falling apart whenever the
Yeah.
rated R superstar Edge was in charge.
Right.
He left WWE. He went to other company, and they kind of made Judgment Day into something that was basically nothing, and they've done so well with it.
Right.
But I don't see how much further Judgment Day can go. Look, there's very few factions that can be like a DX, like the Usos, like the New Day.
Yeah.
Judgment Day is a faction, and they are great, but I don't think they can have that longevity as the other ones because there's so much butting heads.
Right.
There's so much against each other.
There's too much clashing and not enough cohesiveness.
I mean, look, whenever Kofi Kingston won the world title,
Uh-huh.
it wasn't Kofi Kingston the champion, it's the New Day's the champion. Xavier Woods, Big E. Whenever Big E won the title, even though he was on Raw, separate brands, it was still the New Day the champions. Whenever Damian Priest got the title, it wasn't the Judgment Day's champion, it was Damian Priest of the Judgment Day is the champion.
So would you say this match, in the words of Big E, is big meaty men slapping meat?
There's going to be a lot of slapping from Gunther.
It's a meat match, right? It's a meat match, right?
Chops.
A lot of meat.
My chest hurt thinking about some of those Gunther slaps. I've seen those videos.
Something tells me in the middle of that match, the crowd's going to start, for every big lick, they're going to be like, meat.
I can see it.
Like, because that's some big men, bro. That's some big cornbread boys.
Yes,
that's some big old boys. So, my estimation, my guesstimation, my swag acronym for scientific wild ass guess, I'm putting him for Priest.
Yep.
For Priest to retain.
You know what? You got Priest and you got Priest, right?
Yep.
You're the de facto.
I'm going to go Gunther. Let's go Gunther.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So, next match up, the United States Championship title match between champion Logan Paul and challenger L.A. Knight.
Yeah. Great minds think alike. Logan's gonna lose.
All right, so
Logan.
Since Logan Paul has been United States champion, how many title defenses has he had?
Listen, I love the Pauls. I love the Pauls. I support Jake. I support Logan. Logan is a hell of an athlete.
Oh, he's damn good.
Even though he made some mistakes back in the day. And listen, mainly when I first started liking him, I just liked him because it pissed a lot of people off. But now I love watching
First
Jake
you were
fight.
bandwagon, now you're a full supporter.
I love watching Jake fight in box, but I love watching Logan more in the ring. But I hate to say it, but I'm pulling for LA Knight tonight. Because Logan, like you said, the title is making Logan. He's not making the title.
Well, see, he's been actually doing a good job on his own.
Every once in a while.
Before he was United States champion, he still had heat on him. Yeah. He didn't need a title to get that heat.
I'm surprised we're even having a match. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Look, LA Knight stole the Hummer for Logan Paul last night.
Great. That was great.
All he had to do was just call the cops. Yeah, someone just stole my vehicle. Okay, describe it. It's a blue Hummer with Prime written all over it. I mean, LA Knight, he should be in jail, not even having a match right now. That's Grand Theft Auto.
Who would say he shows up to the ring in a police unit?
Okay, he's not Dominic Mysterio like WrestleMania now.
No, I mean like a police cruiser, not the paddy wagon.
Look, I mean, may he rest in peace, but let's have a big boss man situation go on.
Oh,
I think
there we go.
I think LA Knight deserves a title run.
He's been deserving.
Just like Jake. They're doing so much with Jake.
It's finally a Triple H era where we can see L.A. Knight
as a
finally
champion.
Get something, get what he deserves.
Yep. You know,
he deserves
that's
this.
another guy who's got 20 years in the business from the
Heck
independents.
yeah, Matthew. L.A. Knight gets the belt.
So yeah, I mean, look at LA Knight's career from the Indies, going into the NWA,
to the TNA,
back to NWA, to the WWE. Yep. This dude has blazed a trail from get. And on top of that, he was in the NXT Performance Center for a while. Like he had a tryout and everything, and they turned on that. They turned him away, but they basically told him, "Look, better up."
But my problem,
get yourself situated.
The problem we have is the same problem we've had with LA Knight for a while. The same exact problem where the crowd is behind LA Knight. LA Knight needs to win something. Right. But then WWE never, ever pulls the string.
They're doing the same thing with
long-term storytelling.
Will they finally sit there and pull
Will they pull the trigger? I think so, too. I think LA Knight will beat Logan Paul for this. Whether it be I Show Speed or KSI showing up or something.
It's going to be something. Yeah, I mean, the brass knuckles. It's going to be something.
His manager is going to give him the brass knuckles.
Right. Because, I mean, look, LA Knight is more than deserving of becoming a title holder for the WWE.
Hey guys, let's
Give
just
this man-
picture this, okay?
Give this man the belt.
Close your
Let him
eyes.
bear the flag. Let
Picture
him carry
this.
the torch and let
LA
him
Knight.
run with it.
1, 2, 3. The crowd reaction for finally getting that trigger pulled.
Ballistic.
You know what? Make that the end of the night. Make those fireworks pop. Make LA Knight.
I would
be
say
the closing.
mid card main event. Make
Main
like
card.
mid card.
Just
No,
like,
main card main event.
Just
Because
like,
we already know what's going to happen for the main cards. Let that be the main card. Let
Yeah,
LA Knight
which,
go
I
on.
mean, we have 2 more matches
listen,
to talk
just-
about. In a
just
second.
like Jake, Logan is an attention puller. He's a crowd puller.
Oh yeah.
They want to see him lose so bad. Like when Jake boxes, a lot of people don't realize that 90% of the people are paying $80 to watch him lose, but he never loses.
Right.
He lost one time. Now, hey, Mike Tyson fight, that's up in the air. I'm usually for Jake, but I think he's going to get his ass
LA
whipped.
Knight, LA Knight,
But
LA Knight.
I'm going LA Knight.
Landslide decision. We're pulling for LA Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. LA Knight.
Yeah.
All right. So
Well, hang
Next-
on. I need to get me a sip right quick on my
Yeah.
drink. Again, folks, if you guys are just now joining us, this right here is a beautiful cup made by Lilo E Creations, Ashley Toops. You'll go ahead and see her at the bottom. Again, she makes phenomenal cups, not just wrestling cups. She does designer cups. She does kid cups. You name it. She has it. Hit her up on YouTube.
and she also does T-shirts. She does T-shirt screenings and things like that as well. Just about anything, really.
Also, guys, just go ahead and let you guys know another person who is a very good friend of mine that's allowing us to go ahead and try and get everything going. You can hit him up on WCW. Let me get that right. WCW We Collect Wrestling. His name's Dustin King. He can hook you guys up with some great wrestling belts.
Replica belts, y'all.
Just to let you guys know, some great replica belts. So hit him up also if you guys are interested in getting some of these belts as well.
For sure. So now let's move on to the WWE Women's Championship between champion Bayley and challenger Nia Jax.
Money in the Bank cash in tonight.
You think Tiffy's going to cash in?
Because Bailey's going to win and Nia's going to beat the crap out
Yeah,
of
but
her.
I mean, I know you're talking about you're looking at the conclusion right now. You know, it's always a good idea to begin with the end in mind.
Yep.
But let's go to the beginning of this. Bayley and Nia Jax are no strangers to each other
no.
over the last decade
No, not even close.
in the WWE. The last decade. From NXT to SmackDown to Raw, back to SmackDown. These two have shown their worth over the last decade or so that both of them can be title holders. Both of them can be champions. Both of them can bear the torch and run with it. Bayley, I give her like.
Bailey hasn't done much since she won the belt.
She hasn't.
But her title defenses have been good.
Yeah, they've been good.
They've
But
been
she
good.
hasn't
Bailey has transitioned over her time in WWE. I mean, you go from fun-loving hug Bailey.
She went, from the hugger to the role model. Now breaking the wave.
Bailey's just so transitional as a wrestler.
But that doesn't mean she's a transitional champion, though, because she can be like you. We've already proven this already. Bayley being women's champion is a good thing. Now,
But
honestly,
can she beat the irresistible force, though?
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think
look,
so.
Nia Jax built like a fucking fridge. Okay,
She's the
But-
bloodline.
she can run over anybody she damn well pleases, and she has proven that week in and week out on Friday Night SmackDown.
But the question, though, is Tiffy. Tiffy's a big factor here.
Yep.
Yeah, she's buttering up to Nia Jax. We saw that.
Right.
Nia Jax is buttering up to her and gave her that custom-made, beautiful pink one, which I know my daughters would absolutely die to have.
Oh, what?
I know they will, especially that bedazzledness.
Right.
But at the same time, what if, just hypothetically speaking, what if Tiffy causes Nia Jax to lose the title, but Tiffy hides underneath the ring? Nia Jax doesn't know who caused
Yeah,
it.
she's pissed off.
And she pissed off. She destroys Bayley as she's going to the back. Here comes Tiffy sliding in that ring, and guess what? Tiffy time.
I'm calling the cash in.
You know, basically, kind of like what happened whenever McIntyre had lost the title to Priest. You know, Punk softened up McIntyre after being champion for 6 minutes and 28 seconds. I think it was something like that. And then next thing you know, here comes Priest, cash in, boom, boom, skadoosh, 1, 2, 3, new champ.
Yep.
In a little over 6 minutes. Oh, okay. A little over 6 minutes. Now, this same situation can happen because Tiffy could be using this opportunity to let Nia Jax get softened up by Bayley. Because Bailey's not
Or
gonna.
vice versa.
Bailey's not gonna go down
Or
without
vice
a
versa.
fight.
You got to think there's two situations here. There's two situations in this that it can go. It's not just one sided.
Oh no, absolutely
You
not.
look at Tiffy time in her career. Tiffy makes friends where Tiffany can go ahead and profit of that.
Right. So let's say she costs Nia Jax that title opportunity while Bailey's worn down, beat, broke, busted, and disgusted from Nia. She cashes in and pins Bailey. See,
Or
that it can go either way.
there's so many different ways.
Like
It's
I
one
said,
of the matches where
one
nobody's really watching.
end in mind, up to 10 different ways
Was
to
that
come up
Justin?
with that finish.
It's really one of the matches that nobody's really talking about.
But they're not.
But,
But there's so many scenarios.
But look at the build up though. Bailey can cut a pretty damn good promo.
Yeah.
But there hasn't been a real big build to it.
Yeah.
A lot of the build to it has been backstage build up to it.
Mostly,
You haven't had that big main stage build up to it like you had
Right.
Gunther and Priest.
right.
Nia Jax won Queen of the Ring.
Right.
Nia Jax did not get the credit that she deserved to go ahead and win that Queen of the Ring.
Right.
She did not get the recognition like Gunther did.
Yep.
She did
Yeah,
not
because
get
the
the
fans aren't
promos.
following.
Did not get the promos like Gunther and Priest did. Nia Jax can hold that resentment and release all that anger on Bayley.
Oh yeah, absolute like Hulk smash mode.
It
once
doesn't
the bell
phase. It
rings.
doesn't phase Bayley because Bayley's been a champion multiple times over.
I mean, but
Bayley's
so is
gonna
Nia
still be
though.
a champion, but still though.
Both of them have held
But
both
look-
the SmackDown and Raw Women's
But
Championships in the
who's
past.
gonna
quite a
get a
few
champion in the
times.
future more? Who do you think gonna give a title to in the future more? Bayley over or Nia?
My honest opinion, titles
Bayley.
should be on heels to where it builds up the
Yeah.
credibility of the babyface to where whenever they do get that
It's that
championship,
crowd reaction.
that fucking crowd's gonna go
Like Cody, yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
All right.
But no, I'm also anti against it as well, because that can also flip the script. Because you can have a baby face like Cody Rhodes, I mean, love the man, or you can have a baby face like Hulk Hogan,
Right.
Macho Man Randy Savage,
Fair.
Ultimate Warrior,
Fair.
and they can sit there and build that title, and people are loving it, but that title can go dull. They can just lose the interest, and then here comes that heel.
But it's all about the build.
It's about
It's really about the build. It's whoever's gunning for it, whoever's
That's
fighting, like trying to get themselves to that top of that
But we
mountain.
have somebody in creative now that
Right.
gives those builds, that gives what we want, and gives
Gives
that
that shit.
creative.
It gives it back to the fans.
You see all these Triple H videos. He's so interactive with the crowd.
Oh, absolutely.
What we see now is something that is
Should have been
uncalled
done.
for in WWE's history.
Should have been
You
done.
see these promos. You got TikTokers on here that are sitting there being advertised in promos. You got company recognition from other companies where they're like, "Oh yeah, he was out in TNA. Oh, he was in the NWA." Or we even had them mention AEW a few times here and there.
Right?
Yeah.
There's
This
been
is-
like
this
maybe
is
a handful
uncalled
of times
for.
over the last couple of years that
So
AEW
there's
might have
so
been
much
made
that can sit there and be done because of the Triple H era.
out.
I'm one of those where I'm gonna go Tiffy. It's Tiffy time.
But who's going to get the pinfall
Yeah,
between
yeah.
Tiffy.
Bailey? No, between Bailey and
Tiffy.
Nia.
He thinks Tiffy's
Well,
gonna,
you think she's going to cash it in?
yeah,
turn
make
into
it a
think
triple
triple
threat
threat.
match. Yeah,
I
triple
think
threat?
could be, but
I can see. Look, I can see a copy and paste moment
I'm
from
going Bayley.
Kind of like what Drew
from
did.
Castle,
Kind of like what
Kinda,
Drew
yeah.
did.
but different though.
I'm thinking
Where
Bayley.
they're both basically down and out, or maybe Bailey is down and out, Nia Jax is in the freaking out of the ring, and
Right.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3, Tiffy
Yeah.
slides in and gets it.
You know, slip on a banana peel, Tiffy's champion.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I think Bailey,
All right.
but I think
Well-
there will be a cash in.
I would say, I say there's a cash in,
But I think Bailey's gonna get.
but
the
I
pin.
think Bailey's going to get the
Yeah.
Now, just to let all you guys know that this is just a prediction. So hey,
Right.
you know, next one, Berlin at Bash at the Berlin, might be us talking about cashing it again. Bad Blood might be us talking about it again. Because look, everybody knows whenever there is a Money in the Bank briefcase, you are
That
going to
hasn't been
talk
cashed
about
in.
it every single time because it hasn't been cashed in.
Right. All right. So we're 5 matches down. We got 2 more to go. All right. The grudge match between Drew McIntyre. Hold on. Between Drew
I
McIntyre
only want to
and
talk
CM
about
Punk
that.
with
Right.
Seth Rollins as the special guest referee.
CM Punk.
This is, look, this right here is an absolute clusterfuck of a match because
Yes, Matthew, Tiffy time tonight.
So Seth Rollins is coming out in a clown outfit. I know that.
he's probably gonna be like he's gonna be walking in there like Prince. Okay,
Seth Rollins gonna come out with those booty-o shorts on, with a tank top, and look, this is how he's gonna be counting. 1,
Bro, what makes you think he's going to come out like Shawn Michaels with the...
I can see that.
Like the Attitude Era Shawn Michaels with the spandex bottoms and the tank top.
But he also said that tonight he's in charge.
Yeah.
He's going to let them tear each other apart.
Like, basically, this is basically a triple threat match without it being a triple threat match.
Exactly.
You know, probably no countouts. More than likely, no disqualifications. In my terms, it is lazy booking. But it's lazy booking without it being lazy booking because there's so much of a build between all three of these men. Drew don't like Punk or Seth. Punk don't like Drew or Seth. Seth don't like Drew and Punk.
Seth don't like
Punk. So because I don't care about this match at all, I'm just going to go ahead and go away from the story. Guys, who do you think has a better closet? Becky Lynch or Seth Rollins?
What, a closet?
Yeah, whose closet do you think has better clothes?
I don't know, bro. That's a tough one. I mean, they keep saying that he's wearing his wife's clothes. So
I mean, you've seen behind the scenes where Becky's been jealous of those clothes that Seth's been wearing. So like
screw you. That looks good. Like, yeah, well, I mean, there you go. So
I'm taking Punk.
Look,
this is anybody's match. It is in this.
I'm saying Punk.
So here's the thing: I have been a firm hater of CM Punk because I've never seen CM Punk as anything than a mid card. I mean, he got jumped all the way up there to stardom because the pipe bomb. He was in AEW. He did nothing for himself in AEW, but went to business for himself. Whenever he sat there and left WWE, I understand the situations. I understand the frustration. We never thought we would see CM Punk again. And I was happy not seeing him ever again.
Not me. I wanted him back.
Whenever he went to AEW, he got let go. I'm like, thank God I don't want to. And then we hear his freaking music hit in Chicago.
Yep.
I thought, you know what?
For Survivor Series.
They're giving the
think about it because it started off with, because whenever Punk made his return to the WWE at Survivor Series last year, who had the biggest beef with him?
Seth Rollins.
There you go. See, because Drew was also in that Survivor Series match, but Drew was like...
always had the hatred. Look at the interview he had. He did not call him CM Punk. He called him
Phil Brooks.
He said, Phil Brooks, stay away from WWE. You're a cancer.
Right. Yeah. See, and whenever Drew's reaction, whenever Punk's music hit, he's like, well, there goes the neighborhood.
Drew knew exactly the kind of person that Punk is.
There goes the neighborhood.
I'm not in the company. I don't know CM Punk personally, but from what I've seen him in the industry, from the stuff that you read on the dirt sheets,
right.
He's the person that no one... No, you don't. But that's what I'm just saying. Like the stuff you hear, the rumor mill. Nobody really likes Punk. Punk right now is doing great right now where he is at. But before in the past, Punk has a lot of mending to do. That's why you see him in NXT. That's why you see him trying to sit there and help out the talent. Because Punk is trying to fix what he broke years ago.
Right back in 2014.
I respect him.
It's been 10 years since then. It's been just over 10 years. Because you remember his last match was Royal Rumble. And he was basically pissed because Batista got put over to win the Rumble and not Punk. Whenever that should have been Punk's spot to begin with. Because honestly, the momentum was there.
Just because I don't like
the storyline, the storytelling was there. You know, I mean,
just because I personally don't like Punk doesn't mean I don't respect what he's doing right now.
To each their own.
Because I mean, what he's doing right now, I give him the respect because he's trying to help the younger talent from shit that he did, the fuck ups he had, and he doesn't want nobody to have those kind, and I respect him for that. But the man, in my own opinion, I mean, he needs to just go ahead and get Claymore and just get sit packing. Look, I don't know why.
Basically, he needs his teeth kicked in.
I do not know why Adam Pearce in WWE, anytime that he sat there and interfered or done stuff to go ahead, calls Drew McIntyre a title, calls Drew McIntyre a match, why he sat there, just because he was injured, he got off scot-free or a little bitty baby fine, while you're over here suspending Drew McIntyre? Why are we doing tougher stuff to CM Punk? Look, make it both of them. Look, whenever my kids sit there and do something wrong, I have two old. I have a 6-year-old and a 5-year-old. Whenever both of them do something wrong, they're both getting the exact same kind of punishment. They're not going to be like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and tap you on your hand. That's a no-no. Hey, you did this wrong. I'm going to give you an ice cream.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, it's bad parenting out there for 5 years.
Like, if you what you do to one, you should do for the other.
I don't know.
Especially if they have equal share and equal fault in a situation like that.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Where this sits here, this match is anybody's guess.
There's going to be blood in this match.
There will be blood. There will be blood.
And you sit there talking about not really a build to this.
No, there's a build.
Like, there's a build. There's been a build for almost a year now.
You're talking about it just was randomly thrown together.
No, absolutely not.
That's what you just said.
What?
You were just talking about that. This match was just randomly.
Oh, no, dude. This build's been happening since Survivor Series. I said nothing about that.
You said something around those lines. We'll go
I
back
don't know
later
what
and
you're
we'll talk about
computing
it
there,
later.
buddy. But this right here has been breeding since Survivor Series of last year.
Between Seth and CM Punk.
Between Seth and Punk.
Yeah.
And then the heat between Drew and Punk has been since the
Yeah.
Rumble
Yeah.
of this
Well, a
year.
little bit before that.
Maybe a little
because
bit
he
before.
went to
Because they were trying to they were cutting
such,
promo on each other about becoming
Drew
world
is
champion.
such a crybaby, though.
Yeah.
It's always poor me with Drew. Poor me. Poor me. Poor me.
Well, you would say the same thing about Punk.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
would. You would.
Okay.
But
So
here's the thing: is like with the
it's
Seth
two
Rollins and Drew
whiny asses and a
situation.
guy in the middle that neither one of them like.
Yeah.
You
Whenever
know?
you got Seth and Drew, it's always poor me with Drew. Whenever Drew sat there and lost the titles, even whenever there was no reason at all for him to say poor me or cry wolf. But then whenever you have him against CM Punk, I understand his frustration and anger because that was actually something happening
Right.
to cause him
Yeah.
those titles.
Yep.
And then, I feel sorry for Seth. Seth sat there and made that deal with Damian Priest where,
Right.
hey, look, if you beat me, I won't challenge for the title again.
True.
Even though Priest sat there and told him on Raw the very next day, hey, look, I know it's a gentleman's deal, but look, I'm just not going to follow it. Seth Rollins is an honorable guy. He's going to still sit there and live up to
Yeah.
that.
Right.
And he can no longer challenge for a title. That's why I don't want Priest. I would love for Priest to win. I'd love for Gunther to win. But in all honesty, I'm going to go for Gunther just simply because Seth Rollins needs to be in the main picture.
He does.
Right. Right.
That's
Because I
where
mean,
he-
he
that's
was
where
the
he
first
is.
world heavyweight champion of this era.
Seth
We're
Rollins
gonna
thrives.
get a Punk versus Rollins. That's what they want.
Like something tells
WrestleMania
me.
next year. Let's
Yeah.
get Punk
Well,
Rollins.
something tells me that this right here is going to culminate between whoever wins between Priest and Gunther. This match right here is going to end up developing a triple threat late on the next pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Okay, which will have World Heavyweight Championship opportunity implications. That's just my guess.
Yeah.
You know, and let all three of these guys tussle it out. Maybe
All right.
even do a round robin match. Like, you know,
Maybe.
do round robin rules. That would be my perfect guess. Because whoever's got the most wins between those three men after, I don't know, a month of Monday Night Raws or a month and a half of Monday Night Raws to where they face each other at least once. Kind of like, you know, if you ever watch New Japan, the G1 Climax. I'm a huge fan of New Japan. I'm a huge fan of the G1. You know, you got 4 different blocks. You got 8 different guys in each block. They face each other at least once. And whoever's got the most wins in each block moves on to the next round. And they face the finalists from each block.
I'm just a fan of Japanese food.
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, sushi's the bomb, bro.
Look, I don't mean to cut it short, guys. Let's go ahead and get that prediction
Yeah,
going
what time is
because, look, right now we got about like 30 minutes left.
All right, cool.
And we got this final match to talk about with Bloodline and Seth Rollins, and that could take about at least good 20 minutes for talking
All
about
right,
that.
so yeah, let's go to the
I'm
to
excited.
the
I'm
big match
I'm excited
here.
to see.
The undisputed
So,
WWE
hang on.
Championship between
before we go,
champion.
who do you got, Justin? Seth or Punk?
I got Punk.
What you got? Seth or
Seth.
Punk?
That's the referee.
Huh?
That's the referee.
So you still said Seth.
Drew or Punk.
No,
That
I
means
said
that you know
Punk.
Seth.
I said Punk.
Punk? You got
Yeah,
Punk?
Yeah.
I say neither of them.
You're gonna go Drew.
Neither. I'm going Seth. Seth's going to stir comp.
I say it's going to be a dumpster fire, but of course I'm going to root for Punk here. So, moving on, guys.
One more thing. What's your prediction about the Hardys being spotted?
I
That's
want-
always rumor mill. Look,
I'll
Hardys.
take that with a grain of sand.
I love the Hardys. If they're going to do anything, it's going to probably be at the Great American Bash with the NXT.
I think they met up to talk about Hall of Fame.
I can see that because it's,
Jeff was offered the Hall of Fame, but he
I
said
wouldn't
he
see it.
did not want it unless his brother was there.
Speaking about news with WWE, congratulations to the son of Mark Henry
Oh yeah, I saw that.
signing a contract
Yes.
with the WWE.
Yes.
University of Oklahoma Boomer Sooner is showing up to WWE. Congratulations, bro. Was it Jacob Henry, I think his name is?
Jacob something. I don't remember.
Yeah, Jacob Henry.
Yeah.
All
Like
right,
that's
so
that shoot last name. So let's get
And this goes with the last match.
uh-huh.
Zilla Fatu has been spotted in Cleveland.
Well, yeah, he worked at the Game Changer
That's
Wrestling
loud.
Show. Yeah, that's gonna be
We're gonna have
loud.
to hurry up and wrap it up.
But yeah, Zilla was has been seen. He worked the Game Changer Wrestling Show.
is that rain or hail?
No, that's right. That's some gator tears there, bro. But yeah, Zilla Batu was seen in Cleveland at the Game Changer Wrestling Show. He had an outstanding outing. I watched the match last night. That dude is a killer. Okay.
Hallelujah.
Yep, that's basically Umaga's son. Now, moving forward, the undisputed WWE Championship match between champion Cody Rhodes and challenger Solo Sikoa. This is going to be a huge match. It is being enforced with Bloodline rules. So,
Wow! Roman Reigns coming back and spearing Solo out of the so-called tribal chief name.
okay. How about you?
Bloodline rules. I'm going for.
Cody's undefeated in
Cody.
Bloodline, and Cody's going to stay undefeated.
Okay, so
I'm calling Cody.
yeah, you gonna call Cody retain?
I'm calling Cody. Thanks
Cody
to Roman.
retain. Cody retain.
We are
Now. Think about this.
We are going to see a return.
It's been 4 years since Roman Reigns showed up at SummerSlam 2020 COVID era. What are the odds of Roman Reigns showing up at SummerSlam
Very strong.
2024?
strong. Very, very strong.
Very strong.
But Solo has sat there and made it his mission for any promo he's cut on SmackDown to mention Roman Reigns' name.
Yep.
Look, their saying goes, if you say something loud enough, long enough, and so many times, it's going to happen.
I mean, it's basically a Joe Hendry situation. Say his name and he appears. You know?
I believe in Joe Hendry.
That's all over the internet right
Oh, dude. Hey, his song hit #1 on the iTunes music charts for a couple of months now. I thought that was a great
My
marketing
kid's singing
play.
that song also.
That was an amazing marketing play.
Shout out to Joe Hendry.
But, okay, think about this, though. The Tongans took the tag team championships from DIY. The Bloodline is getting gold back around their shoulders.
I don't even want to bring that topic up. Why
I know,
are you
I'm
gonna
not a
take
fan
it
of
off
it
of
either.
DIY?
Of DIY dropping SmackDown.
They shouldn't have dropped it, man.
I think it's too early.
All right, guys, I hate to do this, but we got to wrap this up.
But also, hey, how about this? What are the odds of Randy Orton and Kevin Owens showing up tonight as well?
That's good.
To even the playing field on the Bloodline in this Bloodline Rules match. They can come in guns blazing, kendo sticks swinging, bears coming around.
It's going to be another WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
Another
Like,
WrestleMania.
absolute slobber knocker. This is going to be.
That's what I hear. I hear it's going to be better than me.
Yeah. Again, folks, as we leave you, you can go ahead and check out Ashley Coops' Little E Creations. Phenomenal cups. She does all kinds of designs. Hit her up on Facebook, folks. If you got any kind of ideas, I'm sure she can make them work. Hit the subscribe button, too.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button. Be sure to follow